There's probably thousands of videos out there about how to sell insurance over the phone, but what nobody's talking about is buying insurance over the phone until now. In this video, I'm going to discuss with you three main things. Number one, should you buy insurance over the phone? Number two, what should you know and do before and during the phone call? And number three, what to expect afterwards. Stay with me here. For those of you who are watching for the first time, welcome to my channel. I am constantly putting new information relevant to topics about insurance that affect you, the consumer. So this would be a great time to click the subscribe button and the bell button so you can be notified when my next video is uploaded. The first question is, should I buy life insurance over the phone? And to that I say, well, sure. Unless you're buying life insurance as part of a comprehensive financial plan that requires some complex strategizing, if you just need basic coverage, I see no issues with getting life insurance over the phone. Like, for example, my life, disability, and health insurance, I've always done it myself because I'm a licensed agent, but for auto, homeowners, or liability insurance, I've always gotten those policies over the phone. Never before met my insurance agent in person, and I don't even know what they look like until just recently that I got a new homeowner's policy and I got it from a friend, so of course I know him. But I see no issues with that, especially if you're getting all the information that you need and you're getting your questions answered. I have great clients, life insurance clients that have been great clients of mine for a very long time, and we've had a great relationship, always over the phone, never met in person. No kidding. In fact, I remember, I think it was 6 years ago, a gentleman called up my office and he wanted a life insurance policy. He wanted an explanation, understanding some things, and he wanted a quote. So I went through it, I explained the features, the pros and cons, and I quoted him, and he did take out the policy with me. Well, unfortunately, about 7 months later, he passed from a very aggressive illness unknown to him and his family. And his wife called us. She needed help putting in a claim. And we did that, and she became a client herself, a very good friend ever since. And it all started with a 45-minute conversation over the phone with a gentleman that I never once met when he was alive. To be fair, you should understand what kind of buyer I am or consumer, because I think it plays an important role of why I'm so confident with sales over the phone. First off, I am not the type of person that will spend months or even weeks shopping for rates, researching a topic. It's just not me. I don't have enough time for that. And in reality, it's your agent's job to do that, which is why I'm very respectful of their time. I don't think people understand that unless you're approved by the insurance company and you've made your first premium payment, agents don't get paid for just talking to you. So I'm very respectful of their time and effort into explaining things to me. That doesn't mean that I'm just going to take out the first policy or proposal that I hear over the phone either, but sometimes if I have all the information I need to make an educated decision and all my questions and concerns have been answered, I will not procrastinate. I move forward. What I don't do is go around talking to 5, 6 different agents, and it just doesn't make any sense, especially if they're independent agents. But yes, generally speaking, you can buy life insurance over the phone. Question number 2, what should you know and do before and during the phone call? So whether you initiate that phone call asking somebody for a quote or an agent calls you, take the time to ask them all the questions you may have. Follow the next 3 steps. Take out a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen and write down these 3 steps, because you'll probably save time, possibly money, but most importantly, you'll get answers to all the questions and concerns you may have. So number 1, do some basic research online. So the great thing is these days you don't have to spend hours in the library or reading an encyclopedia to understand some basic terms and basic definitions. A simple Google search of the question you may have can give you some direction and clarify some concerns of what you're looking for. Now, for example, if you're looking for term or whole life insurance, you should research that. What's the difference between both? Also, look up some basic terms that you should be familiarized with, like, for example, policy owner, insured, cash value, face value, primary beneficiaries, contingent beneficiaries. Those are basic terms that you should know what they mean in the insurance world. Number 2, write down or type up a list of questions that you either couldn't find online or you need more clarification on. That way, when you're on the phone with the agent, you can get right to it, but you also don't miss anything that can keep you from making an educated decision and moving forward with choosing a policy, because at the end of the day, that's why you're on the phone, you need it. So don't procrastinate, but be efficient. To that, I'm going to add, if you have a computer or a smartphone, keep it near you when you're on the phone call with the agent. That way, if they want to go over an illustration with you, they can just email it to you and they can go over it right there on the phone call. Number 3, tell the agent what your premium expectation is. Okay, so you should know this. Insurance agents, we don't come up with the premium amount. That rate is determined by the insurance company, and it's based on your age, your gender, your credit score, your overall health, coverage amount, etc. So telling us what you're expecting helps us design a policy that meets those needs and expectations. You also have to be reasonable and have realistic expectations. Like, for example, if you're a 50-year-old and you want a 20-year term for $1 million, don't tell your agent you don't want to pay more than $20 a month, because that's unrealistic. Instead, tell them what your budget is and what you don't want to go over, or what you're willing to spend on life insurance. That way they can better assist you. Also, you don't have to get into your whole life story, but give them enough information to design a policy that's right for you. So you've chosen your policy and now you want to move forward. What should you expect? Well, you're going to have to fill out an application for insurance, and a lot of agents will do this over the phone with you. Now, depending on the insurance company that you chose and the policy, this can be a very simple application or a more in-depth application, but generally speaking, all insurance companies are going to want this basic information: your full name, your date of birth, your address. Yes, they're going to ask you for your social security number, so don't be surprised when an agent asks you for it. They're going to want a valid ID and the names of your beneficiaries. So those 6 things are definitely necessary. Generally speaking, you're going to have to answer a health and lifestyle questionnaire, and they all vary with each insurance company, but they want to know your height, your weight, any major illness or disease you may have, as well as more common things such as high blood pressure, cholesterol levels, tobacco usage, and things like that. This is all standard procedure. You're also going to have to sign a HIPAA release form, which allows the insurance company to access your medical records and your medical history with the MIB. Now, insurance company need this information to make you the most accurate offer to your current condition. Now, you probably also have to do a physical exam, and this is not always the case depending on your age or the insurance company that you choose or the coverage amount, but generally speaking, you have to do a physical exam. That includes a draw of blood, as well as a urine sample and some health questions as well that go with it. Sometimes it gets a little bit more in depth, but that's generally speaking what it is. And this should not come at any cost to you. This is the insurance company bearing the cost of understanding the risk that it will take to insure you. And these are the steps to getting the application process going. Now, the point of my video is, when you have a good insurance agent, you can get good life insurance coverage, and it has nothing to do with meeting the agent face-to-face or having an over-the-phone conversation. What matters is the process, that you're getting all the information you need to make an educated decision. So go with your gut. If you're having a good conversation, your questions are answered, and the premium is within your budget, why not get the coverage that you need? Now, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and also put in the comments section if you've bought life insurance over the phone. I'd love to hear the story. Thanks for watching.